Well, good morning. It is about 10 o'clock, just before, on Saturday, May 18th. Yes, the bugs are out, as you can see, and I am at Kiosk Lake. I was not planning to be here this weekend. It is the May long weekend here in Canada, and I was supposed to leave Wednesday night to head to Quebec to do this epic trip for 6 days, and I got sick on Tuesday. So Wednesday I was pretty bad, Thursday I was really sick, and then Friday I woke up and my head was still congested and I was really dizzy. So I decided just to come here. It's a simple trip, just gonna paddle a little ways into a nice site, stay for a couple nights and head out Monday. And that's about it. The weather's supposed to be amazing. Yes, the black flies are out, as you can see, and I'm gonna hurry up, get to the access, get unloaded and get on the water super quick. Might not even take a video there, just because the campground is fully booked, and the access will probably get busy today if it's not already, and so I just want to get on the water really quick. All right, it's 10 after 10. I unloaded the canoe. Thankfully I found, I think, the last spot in the parking lot, and I'm on my way. All right, it is 10:15 and I am on the water. Group of paddlers, outfitter, going on a trip at the access, 4 or 5 canoes, and I just pulled up to the side launch that I like to sneak into, threw everything in the boat, parked the car, and just jumped in and took off. I took a couple of pictures, and I'm on my way now. Happy about that. There's a solo paddler in front of me with a dog. I think it looks like a rental canoe. I can't tell for sure from here. And I still need to decide where I'm going. There's 2 distinctive options for me of what I want. One is to go right and go to one of the usual spots that I go to along the right side, and the other is to go up to the top of the lake and check out some of the sites that up there that I haven't camped at. Paddle feels great in my hand. So far so good. I'll talk about it a bit more when I get to camp and have some time. Right now I just want to get a nice site and set up. I'm thrilled not to be wearing my dry suit today. Yes, the water temperatures are still cold, and at some point I will check them with my thermometer. I have my PFD on, as always. I have dry clothes with me. I have my bag clipped into my boat, so if something does happen, by chance I dump, which I never have, but I mean, it can happen. Like I always say, anything can happen. So I have dry clothes with me. I'm close to shore. There's lots of people here. There is a lot of help that can come. There's a speedboat I can see right in front of me. Because of those reasons, and it's going to be 25, feels like 28 today and tomorrow and Monday, I would probably have a better risk of getting heat exhaustion than I would freezing in the cold water and drowning here. I've got a bluebird sky day here. A couple of little puffy clouds just to add some nice accents, and it is really nice out here. It was forecast to be about 19 degrees at this time. I haven't, again, checked my thermometer since I got here, but I'll take a look once I get myself established. I did decide to go right. There the least amount of campsites on the lake, on this side of the lake, which means that even if they are all filled at some point over the weekend, I don't know if they are now, but if they are, you know, fill up today and tomorrow, there's still only 3 campsites in the area that I'm going to, and then the cliff jumping site across from it. So it's still gonna give me less noise, hopefully, and more solitude than if I were to camp the other part of the lake. Now, that being said, if these campsites are taken, then I'll have to go that way anyways, but I thought this would be my best bet. Well, the answer to is the water high is a yes. I am just at the site that I camped at with Shelly. It is open. The 4 canoes that were at the access are all behind me, paddling this way. Just navigating around these rocks. It's funny because this was not underwater when I was here last time. Right, there we go. Get nice and close. Alright, well, it's 10 to 11. As you can see, or I don't know if you can see, the bugs are atrocious. There are just like a ridiculous amount of bugs circling me. They're not landing on me and they're not biting me, but I'm sure that will change in the next couple of days. I'm just waiting to see what this group is going to do. The campsite is right across there, and it's the closest campsite. Again, if somebody takes it or somebody doesn't, I'm fine with that. But 8 people is a lot. I just want to find the quietest spot for me. Well, it's 10 after 11 and I have decided to stay. I'm not sure if the people across there are just having lunch or if they're camping there, but I don't care. I've decided to stay. I like this site. I like all the options it provides me, and I've already got the bug shelter set up, which is a good thing because the black flies are nuts. So I'm going to go down and get my bag. All I brought up was the food bag and the bug shelter. And going to set up my tent and get my hammock set up in there. And read my book. I'm excited. Relaxing weekend here in Algonquin. Oh. That doesn't sound good. I just came down to get my bag, but look. That looks like a moose track. It's pretty big. It's way too big for a deer. And it's on my beach, so I'm gonna stay. All right, it's 11:30. I'm moving pretty quick today. The black flies, again, they're all over, but only one tried to bite me so far, so that will change soon. Tent is set up, thermarest is blown up, sleeping bag's in there. I just sprayed the front area of the tent and underneath the top of the fly there with a bit of bug spray to keep them from the doorway. And I've left it open to air it out because it's warm. And I just left the stake there to pull the vestibule out. So, I'm pretty much done setting up. I have to blow up my pillow, but I left it over here because I like to use it with my hammock. And I'm going to put the hammock up inside of the bug shelter. I'm going to grab my food barrel, and I've already got my clothes in there. I'm just going to put my gear in the bug shelter for now, just to avoid having to go back and forth to the tent. Not that it's super far, but if I want to go swimming and change my clothes or whatever, the best place to do that is in the bug shelter. even though, you know, it's right on the lake. People could kind of see, I guess, but I don't think they can see much. So, yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to grab my lunch, and I'm going to set up my hammock, and I'm going to sit in there and relax. All right, well, it is 11:45, and it looks like my neighbors across the lake there might be leaving. So that's kind of good. I didn't actually find the people very loud, but there's 2 dogs with them, and the dogs seem to be fighting. I'm going to grab my food barrel. I still have some stuff out there, but mostly everything is organized and kind of where it should be. So that's good. And the bugs are outside and I'm inside the bug shelter, so that's good. I did manage to let a few sneak in, but that's okay. They're not bothering me. They're up in the top there. You can see them kind of hovering around in the corner, but that's about it. So I think I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I'm gonna go back down to the beach. I want to kind of investigate those moose tracks a little bit more and see if I can find some more. Had some park wardens come by to check for my permit, so make sure you have your permit if you're coming to camp. I just showed it to them on my phone, and they're on their way to check some other campers, so very cool to see. It's only the 2nd time ever I've been asked for my permit in the backcountry in 20 years, so. I don't actually have a paper copy of my permit because I just booked it last night on my computer, but I took a picture of it on my phone. I showed it to the park warden, and he said no problem, have a great time, and off they went. So that was kind of neat. That's only the 2nd time ever in a provincial park that I've been asked in the backcountry for a permit. The other time was on Manitou Lake. It was the last day of, I think it was a 5-day solo trip. So that was kind of neat, but you know, I'm glad they're doing that because I'm sure they get a lot of people coming up here camping and they don't have a permit. So especially considering what happened to me when I was camping in Halliburton on Cat Lake. There was someone camping on the site across from me, and there was no reservation on the website. So it's nice to see. Anyways, really friendly guys. Ben and the other guy didn't tell me his name, but they said I could put them in the video. They want people to know that they're checking for permits. And look at these black flies. Just insane. Can you see them all? One of them's actually sitting on my screen. But again, they're just hovering, and I don't know if that's, I am covered in bug spray. I don't have tons of it on, but just enough. And my clothes have permethrin on them, so which I got in the USA thanks to my presentation at the Quiet Adventure Symposium. I went with Tyler and Jenny, and we drove there and drove back, and we stopped at Walmart before we left the country, before we left the States, and picked up some permethrin, so happy to have that. Anyways, there is another site, they told me, the next one down, and that is the one that I stayed on with Molly a few years ago. Oh, the wind just died down and the bugs are thick. I'm going in the bug shelter. Goodbye. I don't know if you can hear the pitter patter. It sounds like it's raining, but it's just the sound of black flies hitting the bug shelter. It's somewhat satisfying, a little bit eerie, and also awesome. Yeah. Anyways, bug shelter is a lifesaver. If you don't have one, I highly recommend it, especially at this time of the year. So they did tell me that there is a site down there. My friend Molly and I camped down there, and I'm pretty sure it's not on the map, which is why I didn't venture down there when I was here with Shelly. I thought this was the site, but it's down there, and it's fine. I'm all set up here now anyways, but maybe when I go for a paddle, I can go check that out and take a look and see. Well, hello. It's 12 o'clock and I'm hungry. I didn't really have breakfast this morning. Well, I kind of did. I just had a couple of pieces of banana bread that I snacked on while I was driving because I didn't really want to eat much this morning. I brought the same thing that I brought on my trip with Jenny. I brought a ham and cheese sandwich on some fresh bread that I sliced this morning. and I was just gonna eat it as is, but since I'm all set up and I'm at camp and I'm nice and comfy cozy in the bug shelter, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna toast it because it tastes better that way. So just got the stove here, and I brought my big frying pan, which fits nicely over top of my Bear Vault. I would have liked to make it in my new Jetboil frying pan, but it doesn't fit as good, and I had quite a bit of stuff with me, and I just thought this would be easier. So I'm just going to drop this in there and toast it, and that's it. I'm gonna eat. Got my books here. I still haven't been able to finish Her Island. I haven't actually been able to read since the last time I went on a trip, and I'm excited to finish that and then start reading Last Entry Point. 2 books by Joe Fredericks, who is the owner of Paddle and Portage, or Paddle and Portage as we say in Canada. I'm gonna finish making my sandwich here. Shouldn't take too long to toast it. All right, sandwich is nice and toasty, and I'm gonna sit here and eat and enjoy my beautiful view. The speedboats have finally stopped cruising around the lake, and it's nice and quiet, so I'm gonna enjoy the peace and quiet and the lack of bugs in my area and eat my sandwich. See you in a bit. All right, my sandwich is done. It looks yummy. So good. I'm gonna go eat. I'll see you in a bit. I want to go down to the beach and check for the moose tracks. I'm gonna do that. I need to stop. I don't know why I stopped there. I shouldn't have, because like the bugs are so bad in the forest. But they're still not biting too much. Like I've only had 1 or 2 land on me, and you've seen them all swarming, so that's not a lot. When they first come out, I think they're kind of dumb. They have no idea. They're like, "Oh, people, what are these? I like this," but they don't really know to bite you yet, and that comes pretty quick afterwards. So I have my bug shirt with me in my bag, but I want to take some pictures first without it on, and with the boat and the paddle, and then I'm going to put it on and go in the forest and get some firewood. So yeah, and there's absolutely no wind whatsoever. Okay, I don't want to ruin the footprints too much, so I'm gonna do that first. Ugh, black fly season, yay! Oh my gosh, these bugs are horrible. Thank God for the bug shelter. Okay, I don't see any on this side corresponding with that one, but let's see, they have pretty wide steps. Maybe it goes in the water here. Oh yeah, right there. Oh, there's a black fly on my glasses. I think right there's a print in the water. Looks like. I don't see any other ones. Oh my gosh, these bugs are just awful. They're now crawling in my sunglasses. They like the black and the reflective. That's why I don't wear sunglasses much in the summertime. I find they attract the bugs to my eyes. But yeah, I don't know, but I would say that this is the path that it comes down, I'm guessing. If that or just comes through the water, I don't know. Like, I feel like just jumping in the water and putting my head under it so that the bugs will go away. Oh, okay, there's a little tiny breeze. Oh, but look, it's so pretty. All right, I gotta get some pictures done, and then I gotta go back to my shelter because that's where I'm pretty much gonna live. I just wanted to explore a bit, and I wanted to look for these moose tracks, but let me see that one that's really like prominent. It's around 1:30. The black flies are literally driving me insane, even though they're not biting me. They're just in my eyeballs and my ears and my hair, and I forgot how much I detested them. I'm just over on the beach taking some pictures and videos of the new paddle. It's really pretty. There it is. It's from a company called H2O. not the same people that make the Canoe. This is H2O Performance Paddles, and Brad is the owner, and they make some really nice paddles, and he's letting me check this paddle out for the season. It's really nice. Camper Christina green, and yeah, it's pretty neat. It's got a really cool attachment system here. It's a little bit different than the Aquabound I've been using. It's called the Fast Ferrule, and basically you have to push it. I have to use two hands to do it, so I can't do it right now, but you have to hold it here, and then you push them in and turn them, and you can set it to whatever degree you want the paddle to be. I just like a straight paddle, so I've just got it like that. But if you want to see any more information, you can just go to my website at CamperChristina.com, and under boats you will find this paddle down underneath the canoes and kayaks, and there's a link to the website and all of the information about how much it weighs and what it's made of, and it's really cool because a lot of this is recycled material, and it gets recycled until it gets used, so it's kind of neat. Stunning. But there's no wind, but I'm still in the open. Like, I can't even imagine the forest or doing a portage. Oh, one tried to bite me. They're learning pretty quick. All right, I got to get this done so I can get out of here. These guys are driving me nuts. All right, it is 2:30 and I am back in the bug shelter. I couldn't handle the black flies. A couple of them tried to bite me. I don't know if I got any bites, maybe two. But they just want to get into everything. So they're trying to get into my eyeballs and into my nose and in my mouth. And I was doing a photo shoot. I call it photo shoot, whatever. Make the cover photo, take some pictures of the canoe, the new paddle, whatnot. And they're like trying to like come into my glasses and biting me like inside, like here in my eyes and stuff. Like I said, I took a bunch of pictures and videos. The black flies were driving me insane, so I came in. I was gonna do some paddling, wait a little bit and go. There's no breeze on the water whatsoever. I think if I was paddling, at least I'd be moving and it would be a little bit better, but I don't know. I'm kind of just good right here, right now. I do have all day tomorrow too, and all day today still, so I might just sit here and read for a little bit and kind of chill out. I'll see how I feel later. Lazy day here in Algonquin. Well, hello, what's going on? It's about 4 o'clock, I know. Time is flying by. I sat in my chair for a bit, then I laid in a hammock, I read my book for a little bit, and then I fell asleep. I was so tired, and my eye was really sore, and it just wanted to close, so I'm not sure if I actually slept. I laid with my eyes closed for a while, and now I'm up. I just wanted to come and check the bug situation out. It's super quiet on the lake. I've heard a canoe here or there, but haven't seen anybody else come through. And I have my thermometer. Gonna go check the temperature of the water out here. There's a rock here on the point. Most of it is underwater. This was a lot more frontage. There was a lot more frontage on the campsite before. But you can still go down there. It's just, the water is high. So, yeah, I can do that. Let's see what the temperature is. I'm curious. All right, it's 4 o'clock. Got my thermometer here. By the way, it's reading outside temperature as 28 degrees. Okay, the water's not super deep here, but it's not bad. I would say maybe this way, because the water's current's going this way. Just give it to try and see what it says. They're biting now, by the way. Oof. Okay, apparently here right on the rocks, it's saying it's 18.4. It's pretty warm, but this water is only this deep. I'm just gonna try the other side. Go up here a little bit. Water's a bit deeper here. It says it's 17.1 here, so much warmer than the 9 and 10 degrees and 8-degree temperatures I've seen previously. These are the things that I know for sure right now. My thermometer in the sun says it's 32.3 degrees. It's hot. I went out and got a bunch of wood. I found a whole bunch of wood in the forest. I was really surprised because I know this is a popular site, but it probably hasn't been used that much this year yet. And I found a whole bunch of wood, so I started sawing it. I sawed 2 pieces, and as soon as I bent over, the black flies were all over me, even with my hair back. So I sawed 2 pieces, and then I was like, no, I'm done. So I moved the chair now into the shade in the bug shelter, and I'm back in here. I don't know, I'm just gonna, I can put the head net on, but it's just so hot, and I don't really need to, so meh. I just looked down and I noticed I had blood on my foot, so something must have bit me there. But it's still so much better than being out there. This bug shelter gives me so much sanity, it's insane. Yeah, it's been a pretty lazy day. I finished my book, as I just mentioned a little while ago, and the wind has picked up just a little bit, and it seems to be blowing the bugs away for the most part. I mean, they're still out, obviously, but it's a little bit more pleasant to be outside now that it's not dead calm. So I'm happy about that. I mean, but, you know, the stillness also creates mirror water, which makes beautiful pictures. Hey, I already got some of those, so I'm good. Yeah, so I'm just going down to the lake to get some more water. Something is a little off with my lark, which is this is how I filter my water. Don't be alarmed. I also have some purinized drops, and I can boil water. So I have 3 options for water, always, because I love water and you need to drink water, and if you don't have any, you're kind of screwed. So when I double click the lid, it's supposed to turn blue and then it does its thing. But when I double click the lid, it turns red and then it flashes. And then I turned it off and I turned it on, like I powered it down, like I held the button for 20 seconds. I have no idea. I don't have any instructions with me. There's no internet access here. There's no cell service at all. So I don't know. Anyways, I got it to flash blue 3 separate times. I usually do it twice. So I'm hoping that the water is okay to drink. I have started drinking it, so hopefully I don't get sick. And I could put the Purinize in it, but it takes an hour, and I don't really like it that much. It's good at first. It makes the water taste like water, which is fabulous. That's what I love. I love water. But after it sits overnight, it gets this weird taste to it, which I don't like. So I don't know. I'll do it if I have to. But all right, it is 6:30, and very simply just got a fire going. I'm still using the haystacks. If you watch my winter camping videos, I started using these because my friend Vicky brought some on a trip, and I really liked them. And yeah, just kind of twisted it to open it up, and the wood's pretty dry. I have a whole bunch of wood here. I still need to cut some with the saw. I've got my saw from Suluk here, which is like awesome, super light. And yeah, I just kind of put in a little bit. I got enough to get the fire going, keep it going for a bit. and just throw my sausages on there and let them cook. So it's 7 o'clock. Got the fire going pretty good. The grill is really high up off the top there, so it's just going to take a little while. I'm not in any hurry. Apparently this is the hot spot for the fishermen, because there's 2 boats sitting right here in front of my campsite. One right there, one right there. And they've been just kind of like hanging out here in this spot right by my campsite. This really is the hot spot. There's 2 more speedboats now coming through. Crazy. Never seen this many boats on this lake before. Alright, it's about 5 after 7 and I just tested a snow pea. They're done. The sausages are done. So I'm going to take this off and have some dinner. Dinner's done. There it is. Got some Dijon mustard to dip my sausages in. And my snow peas are nice and crunchy. I'm going to sit here and watch the sun go down and enjoy my delicious food. Well, it's 7:30 and I'm back in the bug shelter. This is the view outside of it. Well, it's 7:30 and the boats have kind of moved from in front of the site and they're just kind of like right behind me here. I'm going to sit here and read my book and enjoy the sunset, and hopefully it quiets down here a little bit, and I'm going to enjoy some dessert. I brought my little cooler bag because I don't have any portages, so I thought, why not? Just made some ice quickly last night, which is, it's about half gone. I just have my cheese in here. I'm making pizza tomorrow, so I just kept that in there. It doesn't have to be in there. Somebody commented on one of my Facebook or Instagram posts last week. I had posted that I had made breakfast wraps, and it was the ones that I made with Jenny. It was I basically had like 2 half-moon egg patties that I made at home, and I brought some cheese and some bacon that I had already cooked. And somebody had asked me about the cheese and how do I keep it cold in the backcountry. It depends on the cheese. I bring cheese in the backcountry all the time, even on my 5-day trips. If you get a nice hard cheddar, you wrap it in some cheesecloth. If it's really hot out, that'll make it last longer. I just have mine in a Ziploc bag today because, yeah, it's hot, but it's not crazy hot, and I have it in the cooler bag until I go to bed tonight, and then it's just tomorrow, right? And then I eat it tomorrow night because it's mozzarella. But cheddar I would put in cheesecloth. Old cheddar's really good. I bring Laughing Cow, which I call Ha Ha Moo. They're little triangular cheeses, what's smaller than that. I brought some last trip and I didn't eat them, so I didn't bring them this trip. Anyways, I have some caramellos. They come in that big box. I think they're Vachon makes them still. I don't know, they make Joe Louis too. Every once in a while I buy these at the dollar store, and they get really melty, but because I brought the cooler bag, I thought I'll keep them cold. So I'm going to snack on these and read my book and watch the sun go down. I'll see you in a bit. That's good. Well, it's a few minutes after 8, and things are looking pretty nice outside. I need to go out there and take some pictures, but I don't want to. You can hear the bugs just pelting on the bug shelter like they want to come in, and I don't want to go see them. This is the worst time like right now. Witching hour is not my favorite time of the day, and they've been bad since before this, so I'm a little bit nervous. But I'm gonna put on my bug shirt and go out just for a few minutes, take some pictures quick. Wish me luck. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please click the subscribe button. Also click the bell for notifications. If you'd like to get more information on the stuff I use on my trips, please check out my website at CamperChristina.com. Thanks. Bye.